Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out some new products. I will be creating this beautiful summer bronzy look. I figure one last kind of summer hurrah. I know it's transitioning into fall. It's still hot outside, but it seems like everybody is just jumping right into fall, so I wanted to throw one more summer look out there for you guys and test out some new products. Today was a very successful look, so if you want to see how I achieve this look and what new products I use, then just keep on watching. So when I am testing out new products, I don't like to go in with like a whole face of new products, just because I feel like when I'm wanting to give, you know, a foundation, a concealer, a powder, a fair shot at working, I want to pair it with a product that I already can trust and know is not going to act weird on my skin. So then if my skin is looking extra textured or pilling up or just doing anything out of the ordinary, I can usually guess it is that new product. And even though I do have a lot of new products here today, I did only pick up a new foundation for like my base, so I didn't get a new concealer, I didn't get a new powder or a new primer, because I wanted to try and give this foundation as much of a fair shot as I could on its own. For my primer, I'm going to go in with my trusty duo that I go in with pretty much every day, the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist and the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. As you can tell, I use a lot of this, so I'm going to get my hair out of the way. I'm going to spray the setting mist on first. You really don't have to use both, but I just love the feeling of using both. Like the setting mist, especially when I'm getting ready in the morning, wakes up my skin, gives it a beautiful glow, but then this really hydrates. I did already go ahead and do my brows before I got on camera. I just thought I would kind of cut that time out of there because I'm not using any new products. I use my Milani Weekend Brow Pen in Soft Brown and NYX Control Freak Brow Gel in Clear. The foundation that I'm going to be testing out today is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I couldn't think of what it's called. It's by the Age Perfect line from L'Oreal, which I actually use the Age Perfect Radiant Concealer and I absolutely love it. So I'm excited to try the concealer, and I just love that packaging. It is so pretty, and I've been wanting to try a new foundation because I haven't in so long. Like, I don't even know the last time I tried one, and I wanted to try this serum-y formula to see if it gives me like a lightweight glowy look, which is perfect because my skin isn't really bad right now besides that. So I'm gonna maybe put this on with my fingers first. Not too bad of a match, maybe a little yellowy, but once I put on the rest of the products, it'll be fine. Really easy with my finger. I'm gonna do it with a beauty blender now. It's always interesting to try out different formulas with a sponge versus a brush, just because with serum products especially, I feel like they soak up a lot into the sponge, but I love using a sponge, so it's definitely a downfall. So I think I'm gonna go in and just pretty much apply it with my fingers and then blend the rest out with my sponge, so that way I'm not soaking up so much product. I usually don't really like putting on makeup with my fingers. I don't know why. I know a lot of people do because it's quick and easy, but I just don't like the feeling of makeup on my fingers. So now I'm going to go in with the concealer just so you guys can see how they pair. Now I have tried and loved this. This one's almost gone. I need to pick up another one. But I take shade 200 Ivory underneath my eyes and on my eyelid. This is the lighter shade. And I take shade 205 Creamy Beige to spot conceal and kind of carve out my cheekbones a little and cover up some more redness on my forehead. This concealer has been a favorite of mine all summer, and I imagine it'll work well with the foundation since they are in the same line. I'm sure they're made to be worn together. looks really pretty and glowy. And it doesn't feel like overly sticky. Like when I do touch it, a little bit comes off, but barely any. It's not like it just rubs off. It has a good amount of glow. Next, I'm going to be using bronzer. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Putty bronzer that I've already been loving. I didn't get a new cream bronzer, but I did get a new powder bronzer. This isn't brand new, at least I don't think it is. It's the Milani. Okay, so this is new look, same great formula. It's a Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade 01 Sunlight. I have never tried a Milani bronzer that I know of. I definitely don't think I've tried this one. I don't know why I like smelling them, just to see if there's any kind of scent. But like I said, first I'm going to go in with the cream bronzer, just because this is more of a glowy, summer, I can't talk, summer look. And I just love this bronzer, I just want to use it all the time. So I'm going to use this underneath the powder. Going in with a new cream blush before I go in with the new bronzer, just because I don't want any cream and powder to kind of patch and cling to each other. So I'm going in with the Grande Pop Plumping Liquid Blush in the shade Tiramisu. I do already have this blush in the shade Cinnamon Sugar, but as you can see, this is pretty dark, so this is more for the fall. I'm gonna save that for then. So I picked up this more pinky mauve shade to kind of transition. This blush, you really don't need that much, but since it is a lighter shade, I did go a little more heavy-handed. With the Cinnamon Sugar one, you want to be careful because it is a lot more pigmented. If you are fair skinned like me, it can easily go overboard. You can easily fix it though, using your beauty blender or your brush that you used for your foundation. That's a really pretty shade. See how effortlessly that blends in? And it's super glowy. I love that so much. So now going in with the new Milani bronzer. I'm just taking this AOA Studio F13 brush. This is the one that I always use for my bronzer. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, for the cream bronzer, I use this Farrah Stippling 40 FM brush. It's just like a circle stippling brush. It's perfect. It fits exactly into the little pot. And then for my cream blush, I always use this Expert Face brush from Real Techniques. So now going in with the bronzer. Honestly, that bronzer is really pretty. I feel like it has like a blurring effect to it. It looks really soft on my skin. I need to set like so bad. I look like I'm just sweaty all here in the center. It looks so terrible. Usually I set before I go in with bronzer, but I just wasn't even thinking. So I'm not trying a new powder, like I said. I'm just gonna go in with my Ciate London Extraordinary powder and powder under my lines and down my T-zone around my mouth. Okay, that looks much better. I'm so glowy in the parts that matter, but I don't look sweaty down my T-zone. For my powder, I used the Real Techniques setting brush, and then to go like underneath my contour and blush and really set around my mouth, I like to use this Farrah 50F brush. It's just like a giant fluffy powder brush. Okay, so now I have a new powder blush. I just can't speak. A new powder blush I want to try. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow Creamy Powder Blush in the shade Citrine Rose. It's really a shade that I do not have. It is looking very glowy. It came in like this package and it was sealed. I got it actually in the clearance aisle. I wasn't planning on getting a new blush to try, but it was $2.50 in the clearance aisle and it looked really pretty on the box. I didn't know that it was like shimmery, I guess if you look closely, it looks kind of shimmery on the packaging, but whatever. We're gonna see how it performs. I'm just taking this on this fluffy mermaid brush. It's nothing specific. Ooh. That looks a lot more pigmented on the camera than it does in my mirror. Okay. So you do get a lot on the brush. Like, I just did a few dabs into it and I'm able to apply enough blush to both my cheeks. This one needs to tone down just a bit, but it's fine. It's our true final last summer tutorial, so we're just going ham with the blush. Never let the blush die. Just go over my nose. I am a fan of the blush on the nose. I don't do it like on the tip of my nose because I do not have the right nose for that kind of look, but I just kind of brush it over and still go like this to really get like that sun-kissed look. So I think I am just gonna leave it. I know it looks crazy on camera, but in person it does too. But I don't know, I like a lot of blush. It goes with the beachy vibe, you know? Okay, let's see. We'll go in with eye products next. So for eyes, I was going to get a new eyeshadow palette, but then I figure let's switch it up a little bit and use a product I've never used before. So I saw these e.l.f. No Budge shadow sticks in the shade Perfect Pearl and Magnetic Pool. I've never used an eyeshadow stick before, at least I don't think. I'm pretty positive I've never used one, and I was really interested in these shades specifically. Oh, I guess I should have known by the word magnetic. I thought this was going to be more mauve-y. I am not good at paying attention at all. I thought this was going to be like a deep mauve. I mean, it is, but it's pretty shimmery, but it is really pretty. They're creamy. They feel very creamy. So let's swatch. I cannot, okay. Cannot open these. This packaging is gorgeous. I'm excited for this. Ooh, I feel like that'll be really good for like the inner corners. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just jammed it. That, it's hard to see. I don't know how to get the light in there. Oh, there you go. The awkward pose. That looks really good. Okay. I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna put this in my inner corner first just to see how it looks. Oh my goodness. That is super creamy and like actually pigmented. Wow. That looks really good as my inner corner. As my inner corner. For my inner corner. Look at that. That like wakes my eyes up so much. I'm gonna put some on my brow bone. I can't believe how creamy these feel. They really didn't have that many shades to choose from at my store, but honestly, if I like these, I might have to go online and see where I can get more shades. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in with this deeper Magnetic Pool shade just on my lid. All over, I guess? I don't know. I'm not really doing anything crazy today. It looks very dark on camera compared to in person. I literally used to do my eyeshadow like this. Just a circle. Like, I would purposely take a wet Q-tip and make my eyeshadow a circle. Like, why? I have no idea. I don't know whatever possessed me to do that. If I saw that somewhere, like on YouTube or what. But I remember. Just walk around like this. Like, I thought it was awesome when they were like the exact same shape, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a clean fluffy brush. Guess I should have did one eye at a time. Let's hope this blends. Oh wow. That just blended really easy. I literally never use eyeshadow sticks. I don't know why. I just never do. I don't even know how much these were either. It didn't say, but I was like, they're e.l.f. They have to be cheap. So I'll have to look up how much they were. I think I might just dab these out a little bit instead of taking the brush so I don't lose any more pigment. Honestly, that's really pretty. I would love to pick up more shades of these. I just went ahead and did mascara and highlighter. So for my mascara, first I went in with the Grande Cosmetics primer and then the Grande Drama Intense Thickening Mascara. I love that combo. It gives me super thick, voluminous lashes. And then for a highlighter, I went in with the MAC Extra Dimension Skinfinish Whisper of Gilt. I had to really pronounce that because I tried filming this once already and I could not speak. Like, I still can't speak, but it was tragic what I was saying. So now I'm gonna go in with lips. I have 3 new lip products. It's kind of overkill, but I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. 2 of them go really well together, and then the other one is kind of like the odd one out of the bunch. So I'm gonna go in with this one first. I picked this one up in the clearance aisle too for $2. It is a L'Oreal Paris Matte Lip Crayon in this shade Sweet and Salty. And I think I'm gonna use this more as like a lip liner since it is more on like, it is obviously matte. Is this one of those chocolate ones? This smells amazing. I remember L'Oreal came out with like a bunch of products that smell like chocolate. I think this is one of them. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. That shade is really pretty. And it is pretty matte, more matte than I usually go for, but I think it'll last quite a while on my lips, and it's not like drying matte to where I feel very like stiff and like it'll crack. Like, I can obviously still move my lips just fine. So I don't know why I do that. Okay, next. So the next lip product is the Color Stay Ink by Revlon in the shade Your Majesty. This is a satin lipstick, so it will dry down a little bit, but it'll still have, I'm guessing, more of a satin velvety finish. Oh wow, I guess those two aren't that different in shade. This one's just a little more on the pinky fuchsia side. I love that shade too, and it feels really good on the lips. It's very similar to the crayon that I used. It like goes on very shiny and liquidy, but it dries down pretty quick, but not super dry and matte and cracky, just like the first one, which I love lipsticks that do dry matte because then I feel like it's not moving all over my face and it's gonna last a longer time. But I also like when they're not super drying and crack throughout the day. And the final lip product I'm gonna go in, this is definitely overkill, but whatever. This is the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper in the shade Pale Rose. This is a gloss. I've never used one of these before, so and that smells really good too. It just added a really beautiful shine to the lips. I can feel a little bit of stinging, which is normal with plumping products. Not really going for the plumping look. I just really love the shade of it. It looked super cute and pinky. It definitely is more cool tone, but over this pink it was too dark to where you couldn't even tell what shade the actual gloss was. Overall, I do love how all the products work together. I'm excited to see how the foundation wears. It's looking very good on my skin right now. It feels very lightweight. Like, after setting it in and everything, like, my face feels really good, I guess. And I love the bronzer. Like I said, it's very smoothing. The blush, beautiful tones. I love every shade of blush. Like, no cream blush is a hate of mine. I found like two cream blushes in the hundreds that I've tried that I didn't like. So I knew I was gonna like this one, especially because I have already used that formula before. The lip products I'm excited to keep using. I'm excited to wear them on their own too, especially this Color Stay Ink shade. I know I'm not going to be wearing it that often since we have to wear a mask, but at home when I'm playing around, this could definitely work in the fall as like a plum look. I do like this blush as well, but this will probably stay in more of the summer makeup. The eyeshadow sticks I feel like have dried down more since I applied them. It feels like I have just like my natural tacky eyelids, but with some shade on them. And I don't know, I feel like they might honestly not crease throughout the rest of my day. I'm gonna have to update you guys again in another video, especially if I pick up some more shades. But I really love how easy they were to use. You just throw on the shade all over your lid if you want a really quick look. I'm definitely going to use that Petal shade for my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight, because that was so easy to just smudge right on. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos like this from me in the future. If you have any more ideas you want to see from me, any more videos, you know, certain tutorials, anything, you can comment them down below or on my Instagram. You can always DM me, and I would love to hear from you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video.